kiss me, I can tell you miss me, I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic, I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me.
Does anybody else's hair feel like they grow uneven? I always feel like this side of my hair, like look at this, how like this comes down. Look how like this side, they don't. But even though when I get a haircut, the lady always like makes sure everything's nice and even. And this has always happened. Like this has always been a thing where one side of my hair literally grows faster and it somehow is uneven than the other. Is this normal? Is anybody else happy with this? Let me know. Yeah, we are outside the gym right now. Snap. Wait, that's not the gym. Where's the gym? Where's the gym? There you go. Snap Fitness right there. It's Monday. We're gonna hit a little chest and back workout. It's my final week of the current block that I'm on that I wrote for myself. And I think I'm actually gonna be switching up my split. I think I'm gonna be doing something a little bit more traditional for my next switch up of my split. I kind of want to start doing legs push pull again. I haven't done legs push pull as a split in years because for a long time obviously I had a powerlifting coach for 2 years, so my split was a powerlifting based split, and then I ended up coaching myself right now for bodybuilding purposes, which now we have like chest and back, arms, and then legs. But I really do kind of miss the legs push pull split. And one thing that I'm noticing, guys, I know I see like a lot of things, especially nowadays, where people say like you don't have to squat to have big legs, which I honestly do believe, because I've seen people that don't squat that have huge ass legs. But specifically for me, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't like hitting legs, but what I did like was squatting. And I feel like my legs have gotten smaller the last like 6 months or so when I kind of stopped squatting. And I just decided to do like a leg day that was focused on quads, and one day focused on hamstrings. I feel like my legs were the biggest when I said fuck it, and I started both my leg days with a squat, which one of them was more heavy focused squat day, while the other one was a more volume technique focused squat day. And then I still did a whole leg workout. I didn't prioritize one muscle group for a certain day. I just did the whole 9 yards. I would always like squat, RDLs, probably one more leg movement, whether it be like a leg press, a single leg press, or a Bulgarian split squat, and then obviously just 2 machines, like a quad extension, leg curl, and then some calves. I think I might do that again because I feel like my legs have gotten so fucking tiny. Specifically my quads. I feel like my quads used to be so fucking big, and now I look at them and I'm just like, they don't look that big. But you know what's weird about it all is the fact that when I wear shorts, I find myself wearing size extra large shorts, and I find myself wearing extra large joggers as well too, which I didn't used to. I used to always wear large. So maybe my legs got bigger, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's all in my head, maybe I just see my legs so often that I think they're small, and then when I have good lighting and I look at them, I'm like, oh shit, they're actually kind of big. I don't know, but long story short, we're gonna get in there, get this workout, because I don't want to work out. I'm kind of tired, but it's okay, we're gonna get it. Okay guys, we just walked in the gym. Hopefully you guys can hear me because there's some loud fucking fan thing. By the way, this is the bathroom. I already told you guys in one of my previous videos that I started going to this new gym. A little more private gym, a little easier to film. Kind of like it. I don't know anybody here, so usually my other gym that I go to, I know like half the fucking people that go there. I know almost all the fucking staff. The other day, I was literally trying to fucking just go in there to do a second cardio session, and I got stopped because they had new snacks and they wanted me to try them for the Instagram of Crunch. And I was like, I'm always happy to help, but I'm always like, damn, sometimes I just want to like put my headphones on, just work out and not be interrupted. And here, I could do that. Nobody knows me here, so awesome. And it's super quiet, super peaceful, barely anybody here right now. So yeah, but I want to show you this bathroom. It's so fucking nice. Imagine this was your gym bathroom. The little stool for the step in. Little shower place, and you can shower. It's super nice, but yeah, I have to pee right now. That's why I came in here, and then I'm gonna hop on the treadmill, start the workout, and yeah, and then obviously have a little talk with you guys based off the title and thumbnail of the video. So yeah, we're gonna get started. And then obviously have a little talk with you guys about what the title and the thumbnail of the video is. Obviously, if you guys seen it already, I think majority of fitness influencers think concept of fat is bullshit. Hopefully you guys can hear me out. Hopefully that freaking the vent thing in the bathroom is not too loud. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit, but I'm gonna get started on this workout.
like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss it. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic, I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss it. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic, I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. You bite my lip just for the taste. You're on your knees, I'm on the case. You take the heat and with such grace. You say we're done but here you stay. You said you're scared I'll let you down. You stick around and you'll find out. But don't you wanna make me proud? Cause I'm so proud, baby, I'm so proud of you.
Alright, many hours later in the day here, but as you guys can tell by the title and thumbnail of the video, topic today I mainly want to talk on is the fact that Lex Little is not fat. No, I'm kidding, not just particularly Lex Little. I'm just using him for the sake of an example, for the sake of argument here, just because he's probably one of like the most prominent like fitness influencers that I know right now that like have kind of like uploaded photos of them being all bulked up and fluffy. I personally believe that the fitness industry's perception of fat is very wrong and very far from what true fat is. I'm gonna throw up a video right now on the screen of earlier me after my workout, of me just kind of showing you guys a little bit. I was kind of like taunting it, like I was grabbing my fat a little bit, showing you guys what fat really looks like. I see like a lot of fitness influencers kind of can squeeze a little bit of fat in between both of their fingers, in between their index fingers and their thumbs, a little bit in their tummy area, and they're like, oh look at me, I'm fat. And it's like, no motherfucker, I can grab a whole handful. If I sit down a specific way, I can grab my entire breast and scoop it up like if I'm carrying some double fucking D's. But the reason I want to talk about this is just because I feel like a lot of people, and especially I have friends of mine that we all sometimes see stuff on social media and stuff like that, and we see these people that are always lean all the fucking time, and then every now and then they go on a little bulk, and even then their bulks, they're not really fat. Majority of the time, the people that are very prominent in social media and the ones that are pretty much at the top, they got there for a reason. Most of the time, it's because they have fulfilled a certain look that is very appeasing to the eye. Whenever they do gain fat, it's not the same fat that everyone else gains. I'm going to use one of my best friends, Louis, for example. One of my best friends, Louis, he has a pretty good physique, but he's kind of just like me. The moment he starts putting on fat, the first place it goes to is his lower back and his chest area. I'm going to put up a picture of him on the screen right now. He looks pretty fucking good right now because he's pretty lean. I think he's around like 5'10". He's around 190 if I'm not mistaken. And he's pretty big. He has some pretty decent sized legs too, but the moment he starts putting on a little bit of fat, it goes to the wrong area. So unfortunately for us, it just goes to our lower back and it goes to our chest, and there's not much we can do about it. A lot of these fitness influencers that I see online, they get a little fat, and luckily enough, majority of them, they carry it all in the same like general area, which is all over the body. I start seeing their legs get a little less defined, their arms get a little less defined, everything about them gets a little less defined, which is completely okay. Me, for example, I feel like I'm the complete opposite. I can get as fucking big as 240, which I have been, and somehow I still manage to have quad veins. Somehow I still manage to have that little shoulder, that little like striation on your tricep where your horseshoe is at, the little horseshoe striation, what is known as. I still have veiny ass arms, but yet all my fat always goes to my belly and my chest area. I know people that are the exact same height as me, and we have weighed the exact same, and yet these motherfuckers have abs, and I am nowhere near it. And obviously genetics have a huge role in this, you know. Obviously genetics pretty much is gonna what makes up the foundation of where we keep our fat. We don't get to choose where our fat gets stored, but genetics is pretty much the whole major factor of it all. And that's okay. Sometimes you're gonna have to work a little harder to pretty much get leaner than everybody else. Some person that's the exact same height as you, you might even have more muscle mass than them. You might look at them and be like, dude, they're freaking weighing like 205, and yet they're freaking have abs, and I'm weighing 200 flat, and I have a whole layer of fat over my abs. And unfortunately, that's just the law of the that's just the the luck of the draw that you got, you know? Sometimes you're not going to be blessed enough to have chiseled abs, but then you look at their legs, and their legs look good, but they're covered with a bunch of fat on it, so they just look like they got legs, but there's no definition there, or their arms are too. Personally, for me, I feel like I'm one that has pretty good genetics when it comes to like arm veins. I'm just have naturally very, very vascular arms. My hands are just very, very vascular. Like, it's just always been very, very vascular for me, and I know a lot of people that are not like that. Unfortunately, I just store fat in my torso area, not in my limbs for the most part, and that's okay. I feel like a lot of people are like that. It's just on social media, all we see is people being shredded 24/7, and then when they do go on a bulk, you're like, you still have abs? Like, what? Like, how do you still have abs? And meanwhile, someone else, you're like, you, for example, if you're watching this and you're like me, and like, damn, you gained 10 pounds on a bulk so far in the last like 2-3 months, and yet somehow the little top visible ab that you had is completely fucking gone, and now it looks like you have a fucking clump of fucking Pillsbury dough that you just have right here in your stomach. And trust me, it sucks, because it's a little like unfortunate sometimes, because you want to be kind of almost comparing yourself, unfortunately, to the people that you see on social media, but sometimes it's not realistic. Now, that doesn't mean not to try. Definitely try. That's the whole reason why I'm doing the 75 hard, and that's the whole reason why I'm literally dieting to an extreme that I've never dieted before, is that I want to be fucking shredded. I want to look like one of the guys that you see on social media, but unfortunately, I know for me, it's going to be a lot harder than it is for them, and it's going to take a lot longer than it is for them. I'll use someone, for example, I think it was Anthony Montello. He's a pretty young guy, IFBB Pro. If I'm not mistaken, he's an IFBB Pro already. I'm not really sure. I don't really keep up to date too much with him, but long story short, I remember seeing one of his videos when he was dieting, like almost like a year ago or something like that, and he was dieting at like 3,400 calories. I was like, that was my bulk. That was my bulking calories. Like, my bulking calories was 3,400, and for the longest time my bulking calories were at 3,000 flat, and I was still consistently gaining weight every single week on end, with just being at 3,000 calories without having to even move them. And like I said, unfortunately, we're all just a little different. We all have different metabolisms, different genetics, and the biggest thing is that it's okay, because unfortunately we can't really do much about it. So if you're out here and you're watching this video and you're one that's like, you're on a bulk, especially if you're young and you're putting on a little bit of fat, and don't get discouraged if you see a bunch of young guys on social media, everyone's all shredded and stuff like that, or even if you're working out with a friend of yours and I don't know, where your friend is like starting to get all this crazy fucking muscle mass on him, and you're just like sitting there and you're like, why am I not getting muscle mass? I mean, we're doing the exact same fucking workouts. I'm pushing myself so fucking much. I'm out here watching all these fucking YouTube videos. I fucking read all of fucking Jeff Nipper's fucking backlog catalog. I watch all the fucking Renaissance periodization videos. I'm reading all this shit, and my friend over here just decided to do some bicep curls, and he got fucking twice as big as me. Listen, my friend, I've been there. I know plenty of people that literally just get big by just showing up to the gym and lifting a few times a week and doing the most bullshit thing on the world, and not even tracking their calories, not even tracking their protein intake. They literally just get big. And trust me, it is real. If you play football, you know it's real. We all have that one. We all knew there's a few handful of guys on the football team that for some reason were just fucking strong for no reason. One of my best friends, Z, if you guys watch my videos since like the beginning of the channel, I used to have him on the channel all the time. My friend Z barely went to the gym with us. He literally just wanted to go to do push days. Maybe every now and then a pull day, and then one day miraculously I told him, like, yo, let's bench a little bit. Or I was benching and he wanted to show up to bench. He's like, sure. And he just started, he's like, I kind of want to max out. I want to see what I can do. Bench is 320. It took me 5 years of my lifting career to bench 320. It took me 5 years, constant form tweakage. It took me getting a powerlifting coach for 2 years. It took me so long. I know people that still can't even bench in the 300s, and they have dedicated their like whole like outside livelihood to like the sport of powerlifting or just getting stronger, and yet I have a friend that literally doesn't even take the gym seriously, can show up and just bench 320. Life's not fair. We're not created equal, but that doesn't necessarily mean you shouldn't try, and that's the biggest thing I'd take away from this video. I don't want you thinking just be like, oh fuck, well guess I'm fucked. No, you still try, you still give it your all, you know, but just understand that don't compare yourself to someone that genetically they're just light years away from you. And trust me, it sucks. It really does, but it's okay. So if you're a young kid and you're watching this, you want to go on a little bulk, it's okay. Put on a little fat. If you grew up fat and you start working out, it's okay if you don't look like these guys right away, because guess what, it's gonna take you a while to look like these guys. It's gonna take you a fucking while. It's gonna take you fucking hours and hours in the gym, hours consistently fucking tracking your food, making sure everything is appropriate for you to actually even put on muscle mass, than for you to actually lose the fat that's on top of that muscle mass, for you to actually be able to see everything, all the progress that you have underneath. And you know what, it's okay if it takes a little harder for you. I genuinely think it's a good thing for things to be harder for you. Things should be fucking hard. I've never been one to be fucking crazy shredded, which is what I'm gonna try to attempt right now in this fucking series. But I've never looked like Lex Little. I've never been at that level of leanness when he's at his best, you know? Or people like these people like David Lade. When you look at someone, when you think of someone just so fucking shredded and lean and aesthetic, I've never looked like that. And I'm gonna try this time, because I've been lifting long enough. I feel like I have a decent amount of mass on my frame, to the point where if I try, I feel like I will look pretty good. But it's okay that it took me this long to get there. It took me I've been lifting for 6 fucking years. It's okay that it took me that long. It's okay that I went through so many hardships that I went through in the gym. I literally didn't even take my first sip of alcohol until I was 23 years old, because all I did from the point I graduated high school to like literally 23, 24, I was like 23, I literally just dialed the fuck in. All I did was just pretty much just work. I made YouTube videos back in the day, and I literally just focused in the gym, because I wanted to be big, I wanted to be strong, and that's all I fucking dialed myself in for. And now I know that I've gone through so much fucking hardships. I've gone through so much a fucking long, tedious journey, to the point when I do get lean, when I do get shredded, and honestly, I fucking can look crazy like some of these guys you see on social media, I'm gonna appreciate it so much when I am lean and shredded. I'm gonna look at myself and I'm gonna be like, wow, I did that. And that's the same way you should feel too. You should feel very, very proud of yourself when you do something. You should be like, wow, like, we did that, you know? It was hard, but we did it and we accomplished it. A lot of these guys on social media that are just naturally shredded and stuff like that, I don't think they really appreciate the muscle mass they have. Maybe one day when they stop lifting for a little bit and it's gone, maybe that disappears and they forget about it. It's because it came to them easy and they never appreciated it. Maybe it's also a reason why I've always been so fucking locked into training. It's because I'm so far away from where I want to be. I'm so far away from where I want to be, to the point where I can't slack off. Like, I can't slack off. I have never once have missed a week from the gym unless I was completely bedridden. And the only time I ever missed a week from the gym was actually 2 times I missed 2 weeks from the gym. Was one, when COVID first happened, because there was literally no gyms to go to for the first week, and then I found something. And then 2 was when I actually got COVID, and I didn't even get that sick. I literally was just in my room and I didn't want to get anybody else sick, so I was playing it safe. And that was literally it. Yeah, literally it. I got COVID way back in like freaking June or September or something, I don't even know, of 2020. Yeah, it was like 2020, I believe. But so literally right when everything was kind of going on, stuff like that. Obviously, if I got COVID now, honestly, I'd probably just say fuck it. But that's the story for another day. We're not here to talk about that. I've been dialed in for so long, to the point where like what I want is so far away, in my opinion. Like my dream physique, my goal physique, what I want for myself is so far away that I've never been able to afford to slack off. Well, maybe somebody else that gets shredded easily, that gets big pretty quickly. And to be fair with you, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of guys from my high school that we all started going to the gym around the same time, and a lot of people got big, a lot of people got like pretty like lean. A lot of people that were like around my age, they started going to the gym, they started like being very into it and stuff like that. You see them, you get very into it, you get very passionate about it. Majority of them, guess what guys, they don't go to the gym anymore, or better yet, they go every now and then, maybe catch a little pump and they dip. It's because there was never really something passionate for them to begin with. Majority of them, they fall off. That's just how it is they fall out of love for the gym, because guess what, they got big really, really quickly, and they found out that honestly it was kind of whatever for them. Meanwhile, for me, I completely fell in love with the process, and to the point where like, I'm gonna get that physique that I want one day. I'm gonna fucking get very, very lean. I say one day, literally within this next 75 days, I'm gonna do it, and I am going to fucking immensely appreciate it compared to somebody else. And I really hope that if you're someone, especially if you're a young kid that is gaining a little weight, you're bulking up, stop comparing yourself to these people on social media, because majority of them, they're just genetic outliers, and you can't compare yourself to someone that's just literally on a fucking different, they're on a different a genetic capsule from you. And it's okay to be like that. It's okay. It's okay. There's no shame in being like fucking starting from way back, you know, like it's like a video game. Like the person that's next to you, these guys are genetic outliers. They fucking started their playthrough of, like, let's just say, for example, I'm gonna give an example, like Elden Ring, one of my favorite video games of all time. They started their fucking playthrough with like Millennia's Sword already unlocked. If you don't know what Millennia's Sword is, one of the last swords of the game that you could possibly get. And they started the game with that unlocked already. Meanwhile, you started as Direction class. Nothing. You're butt naked. And it's okay, but you still have to go through the journey. You're still going to go through the trials and tribulations. For them, it might be a little easier, but you, at the end of it, you're going to come out of it on top. Possibly actually even beating the game, maybe while the other guy thinks the game's too easy for them and they might quit halfway. They'd be like, I don't really like this too much. I'm gonna quit halfway. I'm too strong to beat these bosses either way. So, I mean, while you're gonna finish it through the very, very end, and it's going to turn into a whole lifestyle for the rest of your life, which honestly, that is ultimately what this truly should be, is a lifestyle for the rest of your life. Alright guys, this video might be a little longer than I thought because I just start yapping and talking. If you want to see me more yapping and talking, go follow my podcast, Out of Context Podcast, which I do with one of my best friends, Louie, and my other best friend, Mark. And then often enough, we do have some guests every now and then, which are just some friends of ours. So yeah, there's that, guys. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow on episode number 4, I think. I don't even know, but yeah, later.